Greetings, tasty liquor lovers, and welcome to another episode of SwillinGrog's Wonderful World of Beer. As you can see, it's just me this time, and today we'll be looking at Founders All Day IPA, 4.7% alcohol by volume, brewed and bottled by the Founders Brewing Company of Grand Rapids, Michigan, in the US of A. Alright, well, this is a somewhat peculiar style, I must say, a session IPA. It will, in fact, be the first session IPA that I've ever tried. I was somewhat hesitant to check it out. You know, I saw it at the Brewhouse Brisbane a few times, but passed it by. But anyway, I picked up it and another Founders Brew about a month or so ago, and thought, hey, why not review them? You know, the Founders Brews that I had last year, the Double Trouble and the Breakfast Stout, were pretty damn good. So anyway, that's enough babbling about this beer. I think it's high time that I actually just cracked it open and made an assessment of it. So let's crack off the cap. Alright, getting some nice smoke there, which is always good to see. And I'll give it a pour into this lovely glass. Alright. Okay, so let's make an assessment of the appearance firstly, as we always do. Well, the appearance is a slightly hazy, golden orange colour with a decent amount of carbonation there. I don't know whether the camera can pick that up or not. And yeah, I think when I poured it, there was about bang on 2 fingers of foamy off-white head. Yeah, I'd call it off-white, yeah. It's not exactly bright white, but yeah, look, it does look good. Actually, there's a little bit left in the bottle. Let me just top it up there. Okay. Alright, well, it certainly does look like something that I'd want to drink on an afternoon, yeah, like this afternoon here in Australia in the first week of winter. Alright, well, let's check out the aroma. Alright, what I'm getting, like, first and foremost is, yeah, a very pleasant smell of, you know, tropical fruits there. You know, pineapple, passion fruit, and yeah, there's some citrus present there too. Perhaps like orange peel. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bit of malt there in the background as well. Yeah, what one would expect, yeah, for this style, even though it's a like low ABV version of your typical IPA. Alright, but yeah, we've talked about the appearance and the aroma, which could only mean it's time for the most important part of the review, the taste test. So, to you, the audience, cheers. Alright, well, it's got quite a hop bite to it. Not exactly a hop explosion, but yeah, it's the hops, the bitterness is definitely present there. And yeah, it finishes quite nicely. It's somewhat drying, and yeah, there's definitely you know, a malty presence there as well. You know, some nice sort of roasted malts, which I always like to see. I guess it's probably the one aspect of this style that you know, I really quite like. You know, those you know, rich sort of caramelly malts. But sadly, there is a definite you know, watery taste here. It does taste very watered down. Yeah, which is you know, quite disappointing. Yeah, it's you know, very you know, light-bodied or thin, you could say, and yeah, I guess so far I'm not a fan of this, you know, lower ABV IPA. It's yeah, it's you know, not too good, I'm afraid. All right, but let's have another gulp anyhow. All right, well, it's definitely holding that taste profile. It's yeah, like I was saying, uh, quite sadly, it's a watered down IPA. Obviously, you know, it's intended, you know, to have a, you know, high drinkability. You know, it's intended, you know, to session, but yeah, I'd much prefer, like, to be sessioning a lager, to be truthful. Yeah, I think I would quickly tire of the, yeah, watery aspect to its flavour, unfortunately. Another thing that, yeah, doesn't, well, that really does it a disservice, I guess you could say, is its a price point. Yeah, it's not at all competitively priced, particularly for something that's, you know, in your, you know, standard kind of ABV range. I still paid through the nose for it. So is it something that I would try again? Probably not. Anyway, before I give it a score out of 10, I'll have one last gulp. All right. Well, all in all, it's a bit of a disappointment, and I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's not horrendous, and there's nothing really offensive about it flavour-wise, but it's pretty boring. I mean, when one has an IPA, even if it's a, you know, lower ABV IPA, they expect it to, you know, be pretty flavourful. So anyway, that does bring us to the end of yet another SwillinGrog beer review. Thanks for joining me, and till next time, fare thee well, all.